Hey, it's me again. You're going to get sick of me on this trip because I'm bored. I want to talk about comics, about the trip to San Diego. Um, there's nothing I'm going out there for, right? As far as comics go, I'm not a variant game guy. I'm not into all that running around trying to pick up the hottest thing. For me, it's more networking. Um, I really want to get to meet Dennis and Jesse in person. I met Brian a few years back at Baltimore Comic Con, so I've already spent some time with Brian. I think we're going to spend some really good time together, all of us, and I think we're going to make some really good connections. Jesse and Dennis already know so many people. And yeah, it'll be advantageous for me. I don't know what I bring to the table for them. But yeah, it's mostly going to be about networking. Um, I've spoke about it before. I'd love to start my own publishing company. Um, I'm already starting a film company, and I think I'm going to combine them when I actually create the company. The film has already started. We want to open a second store, and everybody's like, wow, you're taking on too much, you can't get anything done. That's how you build a team, though. People get excited about doing something, and you can bring people together that can help you do the things you can't do and do things for you when you're working on something else. So, get that team built. I'm very lucky to have my son back at the shop. He's going to be able to handle the second store. We're very, very, very early in planning it. We have multiple locations that we're looking at. I need to spend some times in those towns to see what the traffic's like. I want to get real creative about where I could put a store. And in doing that, maybe find somebody that's having a tough time and could rent part of their store and alleviate some of their pain. But we do need a lot of square footage. I've found that even at 3,000 square feet is not enough. I really wanted to have the space in my town that's 11,000 square feet. It's actually 22,000 square feet, but 11,000 of it would have been for the store. The other 11,000, I had some other plans, part of the film company's production area, part of I'd like to have my town to have a black box theater where people could come see plays, small plays, and independent films. And that might be a 501c3 separate company. Yeah, I know it's a lot, but I spent the better part of my life working for the government, for the public at 911, and not doing the things that I really was passionate about. And now I feel like if I don't get on my horse, I won't get them all done. So I gotta work really hard and get everything going at once. Once it's going, it finds its way. It really does. Never think that, if you're trying to do something and you're like, well, I can't, not yet, it's not perfect. It's never going to be perfect. Put it on its two legs and let it walk. It'll fall down. You just pick it up, move it along a little bit, fix what the problem was that made it fall down, and ever forward. It's just, you become an unstoppable force. Everybody, while people are laughing at you or disparaging you, you're going past them. They're going to be behind you. That's why they always say they're talking behind your back, because you're going that way and they're behind you, right? Find yourself This is, some of my old speech back again. Find yourself coaches, not cheerleaders. Cheerleaders will cheer as your boat sinks, right? You need people to come in and go, hey, you're not doing this right, you're not doing that right. For instance, recently I brought in a gentleman who was a customer, and he says, hey, I noticed a few things and this is my expertise, and he went into the type of things that he does. So we just walked into the store and he pointed out a few things. Some displays we have that might repel people. We had some really graphic skeletons, like right as you walk in the door, which, for very young kids, it was scary. And when he said that, I could remember times where kids kinds of were hiding behind their parents and stuff, and the parents laughed it off, but I don't know if, when they left, they had a feeling like they wanted to come back. So, I took his advice because he was being a coach and not a cheerleader. So we took those things down and we moved them to a different part of the store that's less noticeable, and you kind of have to make your way to it. The other thing was, the building I'm in was built in the 50s, and the bathroom was the bathroom from the 50s, except for the toilet, which I had to change because I had to bring in a plumber, and the plumber broke the toilet, and so I had to buy another toilet because he broke it. But yeah, so the toilet was brand new, but the rest of the sink and everything was from 1950. So we put in a brand new cabinet. We painted it up. And he said, when people come in, if they use your bathroom, and yes, I let the whole public use my bathroom. It's not that big of a deal to go in and clean. And yes, every once in a while, somebody's going to really screw up your bathroom. They're going to throw up in it, or they're going to crap all over it. It's part of doing business. It's a welcoming factor where people feel comfortable to use your bathroom. That's a big deal, that they feel comfortable enough in your store to use your bathroom. So we redid the bathroom, and now it looks much better. Now, we've put in new fixtures. We've done a lot of different things, and we're spending some money on it because now we have the money. But more so, we have the time, right? So we have all the right people, and it's going really well. And it's great to see comics coming back at the same time. Somebody brought up to me that I didn't say anything about Image when I've done my talk about what's been selling well, the state of comics, and I really didn't mention enough about all the Image books that are on fire and that are doing well. And it's true, I didn't. Void Rivals sells really well. Beastman, Battle Beast. I'm getting old sometimes. Sometimes. Yeah, so Battle Beast, Transformers. Believe it or not, Conan on Titan has been really good, and the people who are Conan fans are finding it. I don't think a lot of other people are finding it, but it's been a really good read, and it's been a really good book, which, as long as the company, the publishers will give it its legs and let it find its audience, it'll make some money. Ice Cream Man is still going on. I really am so sad that at Image, Ghost Machine has kind of taken, almost every title has taken a hiatus at some point. For its first year, it didn't even get 12 issues, and they're on hiatus. You want people to commit to you. You have to commit to them and to your book. I said that somewhere online, and one of the creators was kind of like, blew me off and kind of whatever. But I know the numbers. I know when Something Killing the Children took its first hiatus, I had 10 subscribers, and I'll tell the story until the day I die. When it came back, I had 0. You lost 10 subscriptions. 10. Yeah, you have to have a life, but we all, you have to work every week too. Like, take 2 weeks off, take a week off here, and then a week later on in the year. I didn't take a vacation for the first 15 years that I was working at my profession that I did at 911. For 15 years, didn't take a vacation. Hell, when I was in the military, my only vacation was visiting family. Like, are you here to do the thing or not do the thing? And in that, let's get into a little bit about opening your own comic shop. If you're going to open your own comic shop, you're going to be married to it like if you're going to take a vacation, maybe the week of Christmas. Although if you're doing more SKUs than comics, you're doing toys and video games and stuff like that, it's a big time of year. Make money. If you can find somebody to work it for you for a week or 2 weeks, somebody you really, really can trust, yeah, you can take vacation. But if you go into business for yourself, it's 24/7, 365 days a year. If you're not thinking about how to make that business better every day, don't do it. As much as I want people to open comic shops, then it's really for my own good. The more comic readers you're going to make, more chance I have at business, right? But the truth is, you're married to it. Like, there's no halfway. Well, thanks for listening to me babble on and on. You know what to do. Open a comic shop.